I do know a lot of doctors here in Puerto Rico, and I know they're going through hell right now. So I'm kind of grateful as well that my family hasn't been affected that directly by everything. So just keeping that in perspective for the people who are actually in the fields. They have about 1,500 cases, which is really not that much, but since it's an island, those numbers tend to spread a lot of fear. People, a lot of the population in Puerto Rico are over 60. Like most young kids in Puerto Rico actually went to the States with Maria, the hurricane, and all that stuff. So there's been a lot of immigration over to the States, and so most of the population here are older, so they're actually quite nervous. So when you go out, everyone's looking at everyone like if there could be terrorism anywhere. So everybody has like that sketchy look in their face. Like don't come near me, all that stuff. So
Do you know where most of the cases are in Puerto Rico?
there are three major zones where like San Juan is huge.
Mhm.
It's like I would say like maybe 20% of like the actual land. It's because it's not just old San Juan. It's there's a bunch of different little towns within it, and it's like saying like the greater Boston area. So there's like a bunch of different zones there.
Right.
So there's a lot of cases there. There's a lot of cases in Caguas, which is at the center of the island, and that's kind of like the other city, like the next big city in the middle. And then finally in Mayagüez, which is very very far off to the west of the island, and but that is the next big. So basically, the three biggest cities in Puerto Rico are where the most of the cases are, which makes sense because of just proximity.
Right. What are you worried about for your family?
Well, until basically yesterday, or actually 2 days ago, I was about to run out of vacation time in my work. My wife hasn't gotten paid since the whole thing started, so I guess that was the main worry. We're the money's gonna stop coming in very soon, so we were kind of nervous about that. But actually, yesterday I think we really got lucky. The owner of the company I work at just kind of decided to pay everyone anyways,
Mhm.
even if they're at home. So he definitely did not have to do that, and most people will not do that. Even big corporations are probably not doing that. So we definitely locked out on that.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it would have gotten kind of hairy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
which I feel like it's what most people are going through. That nervousness is like, if I don't get back to work soon, how are things gonna get paid?
do you qualify for the government's emergency relief package?
According to what our government says we do, um, I have a lot of doubts because similar things happened with the stimulus of 2008 and the crisis, and most people didn't get the money even though they qualified. So we're all very nervous about that. I don't know anybody who's actually gotten paid
Mhm.
yet. And also, when we file taxes, we file a Puerto Rican uh, tax. I know the IRS will probably has that information as well,
Mhm.
but we don't actually file federal taxes.
Right.
So all these things and the lack of information, it's kind of nerve wracking, I guess, especially if you actually really depend on that money that's coming in. Well, having a toddler and not being able to go out is tricky. It's tricky because I mean, even my toddler is like looking at books that have swing sets and parks, and she looks at me and is like, "The swing. Can we go out to the swing?" Because she knows we have a little park outside of the complex where she always goes to swing. It's kind of like her favorite thing. So
Right.
those things are like uh, very frustrating, I guess. Again, I try to keep a positive attitude, positive perspective. There's always someone worse out there. But yeah, it's stressful not being able to go out. And when you do have to go out, you have to deal with just the mask, the gloves, the lines, everybody just looking at you like you have the plague, all that stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not fun. It's definitely not fun not being able to freely leave your house for just leisure, you know.
Before I let you go, Sky, is there any wisdom you're keeping in mind to keep yourself centered?
I think uh, patience. I mean, a lot of this time is very good for reflective measures. I know, like me and my wife are doing things that we never did. We're working out together. We're bonding closer with our daughter. All these things that most people don't get a chance to do because they're always working. So I believe that try for people to try and actually see the positive if they can, and if they can't, just have patience. You know, after every bad thing, usually a good thing comes, and it's just cyclical.
Mhm.
So just keep patient. The good things will eventually come.